I didn't want to be at this store, but I ended up being here. And I think it was just because I allowed myself to. Will Armani, we're back again with WAVE Files. I just wanted to give you guys a little update about what's going on in my life, what's going on today. Went to work at like 7 o'clock. I had to wake up so early. I was thinking about just the fact that I've been able to keep myself really grounded and present in the world. And I haven't been able to do that in my life ever. Biggest thing that I want to say today is if you want to do something, if you want to achieve something, if you want to get anywhere, I mean anywhere in life, you're the only person and you're the only roadblock in your way. I don't care what anybody tells you. I don't care what you say to yourself. You are the only roadblock in your own way. Damn, he not picking up. Oh, I thought he wasn't gonna pick up. He picked up. It's Mr. O. Say what's up to the vlog. Okay, so to start off, you aren't alone. None of us are alone. And I've walked around saying that I'm lonely and that I feel alone and I'm by myself. I've walked around in this state of not being present. We're all hurting. And that's the thing that a lot of us don't realize. We all feel alone, but we need to come to realize this, right? All of us are just traumatized children walking around internally. And on the outside, we grow. On the outside, but on the inside, we stay children. And we're always gonna have those memories, those bad times in our head and moments that come to us in the present day that feel just like that and feel the same. And what does that do? That produces depression. That makes us anxious all the time. That makes us paranoid. Realize that people are just going to project however they feel and on the inside out on the world. So if they feel upset on the inside, they're just projecting how they feel. And it has nothing to do with you and it has everything to do with themselves. Every single moment in your life, it has a purpose and it's lived for a reason and you're not alone. One thing I've noticed is I've had just a really long habit of not allowing myself to be present and just admire the world and admire what's, really around me and notice how things actually are. The tree is still, yet it's still able to grow. It's still able to move and it's still able to change. And no matter what weather comes, no matter what comes to it, it doesn't allow it to be changed or distracted unless it decides to make that decision for itself. Everything else in the world is so okay with being stagnant, so okay with just staying in one place, but we are always trying to change. We are always trying to get approval. We are always trying to be moved by other people and cared for by other people. What world do we live in? I was craving French fries, so we're at the store now. Gonna get some eats. I didn't want to be at this store, but I ended up being here. And I think it was just because I allowed myself to naturally just be where I wanted to be. And I didn't really think twice about it. You shouldn't think twice about anything. I don't know, like family-owned grocery stores are always so much cooler because they always have like a bigger selection of things that you wouldn't find in other stores. Like I work at Target, we have like very basic things. Like we don't have every single flavor of Canada Dry. Like we got everything here. Like I think something worth noting too is that I'm allergic to gluten. So instead of looking at Pop-Tarts, I'm looking at Bobo's strawberry toaster over here. I kind of want to point out the fact that for a really long period of time when I was in the store, I felt like there was something wrong with me, or I felt like, something was chaotic. And it took me about 20 minutes of shopping in that store or just looking at things to realize that in my head, there was so many things that I was saying and they were negative. And there were so many things that I was projecting about myself that were negative, that I was putting out mentally so much that I felt like my head was not clear anymore as it was earlier in the day. So remind yourself that a lot of the times the negative self-talk that you tell yourself, the self-talk that you give, how you think really does dictate and control how you feel and move throughout the day.